We are here today to talk about the Gathering of Men, which is an incredible 4-day men's retreat that we've had the pleasure of running over the last 3 years. We bring all of the different men's work communities together, brothers from all around Australia together to one location for 4 days to deepen into the men's work, which is where we challenge each other, we celebrate each other, and we connect as a brotherhood in a circle. Yeah, my name's Jacob.
I'm Scott. I'm Ryan.
I'm Keegan Mizzle.
Hell yeah. This is the brothers. This is the leadership team. These are the guys that we all together have ran the Gathering of Men. Especially last year, it was a beautiful, beautiful culmination of the work that we'd put in. We're also going to talk a little more about the modern men's work movement, which is a movement in creating healthy masculine culture. There's a lot of different men's communities popping up, and we're all carrying a shared vision, which is to create safe spaces for men to get to know themselves better so they can rise up and give back to the world their truest gift.
Great. Waking up day one in the mountains here. It's a fresh morning, but there's a lot of buzzing atmosphere here around. Everyone's always guiding towards the fire. Personally, myself, I like to wake up, splash my face with cold water, whether it's in the mountains or out the mountains. Super stoked and blessed to be here. TGOM 2024, brother.
Put together a series of questions that we're going to ask ourselves and speak into the space. Some really cool answers to these topics to give you guys a better understanding as to why men's work exists, what we do, why we do it, and really just how we see this work influencing the greater landscape of humanity. What was the most transformative moment for you at TGOM 2024 and why? Keegs, you want to kick it off, bro?
Yeah. It was hands down the drum circle. I think what I realized with the drum circle was like men's work can be fun and it can be really lighthearted and energetic and joyful. And we started off with, 5 people. And then over the course of like a couple of hours, it was 150 men just in this circle, just like jumping around, banging the drums. That was definitely my highlight.
Mine was a tiny moment, more of a personal interaction that spoke to the bigger prayer where I was getting up on stage to corral the crew to quiet them down, and by this point I was pretty knackered. And Lino, one of the other lead facilitators we'd brought in, he just goes, "I got you, bro," and just got up and got the mic and was like, yo, boom, and just called it. And I was like, whoa, like that was the essence, like not to bring people into a pyramid, but bring us into a circle. And so when I just felt like that was exactly what we were calling in with TGOM, we're bringing in all of these amazing lead facilitators and for leadership to be dynamic. So in that moment, I didn't have the capacity, and Lino had it. And it was that for me, I was like, wow, this is what we want. This is the future of men's work, where whoever is on the pulse takes it and then puts it down, and we work together as a big hive mind. So that moment for me was like, oh yes, like that's the essence of what this is.
How are you feeling this morning, Chef?
This morning, I feel like a celebration.
Yeah?
It's a party.
I wasn't at TGOM because my son was being born, so I organized a lot of it, and I called all of these different facilitators in that I'd built a lot of a relationship with, and then I just didn't show up. And I was on the phone and just FaceTiming in. But my favorite thing, my most transformative moment was not being there. It was really letting go of me needing to be there and control everything and trusting other men. So a big part of TGOM 2024 was calling in some guys that I really trusted and inviting them into the vision. Guys like Lino, guys like Nick, Perry, guys that are able to hold their own and are willing to put down the competitive thread or put down comparison and actually step in and collaborate and work together on the bigger vision that we all hold. So for me, it was like literally getting to 3 p.m. the day before, doing my last job of grabbing the t-shirts and putting them out the front for one of the other brothers to pick up, and then just like letting myself be okay with not being there. And that was a huge initiation for me. And I feel that it's solidified our leadership as a team rather than one person leading and other people following. It feels like what Ryan was speaking about really landed beautifully at TGOM 2024, this idea of the circle.
Did this event challenge or expand your understanding of men's work?
For me personally, the event challenged my understanding of men's work, and that it really birthed a new level of man within myself. So stepping into run point with Keegs, that was a level of facilitation, cooperation, communication, and effort that I hadn't done in men's work. And with that, the beauty was also revealed in service. I feel like being on the coalface of service for that long at that intensity, I was like, wow, every bit was worth it. Like every fiber of me that was exhausted or stretched or triggered was so worth it to see like the gift of everyone coming together and seeing how natural it is for men to be in harmony. Like in that, when everyone was playing, it's so easy for men when we feel good and we feel comfortable with each other to have a great time.
For me, the challenge was letting go of control, and what I really felt was this togetherness. Like it showed me that men's work isn't just your normal industry. This isn't just another place to make money or a place to get into because it's a cool or trendy thing to do. It showed me that there's this beautiful common understanding amongst leaders that we're all working towards the same thing. And to feel everyone's enthusiasm. I checked in with all the facilitators afterward, and I was like, should we do this for you? Should we do that for you? They're like, bro, it was amazing. We're so grateful to be a part of it, and we want to give to it, and because we received so much. So for me, it actually just completely obliterated this story that it's us versus them, and it's all of us working together towards a greater vision for all men and all people that men influence, the women, the children, and the community.
There was such diversity in all of that as well across the facilitators. We had the most this year or last year, and there was such diversity in what they brought and how and their approach, and some of the sessions they had was just so different as well. So that for me was an expansion because I hadn't really maybe seen some of that. And again, the trust piece that I saw come through. I mean, I think we built that along the way in all our really good planning that we did. And then on the days, and then we have a circle every morning, and you could see the facilitators going, wow, man, I'm really digging what's being laid out here, man. I'm really finding that. And they coming in not really thinking that was going to happen.
Yeah, for me, what it really highlighted was that the men that are in the space doing the work and holding or facilitating different events, or even just showing up, like they've gone through some work themselves, and it really highlighted to me like, oh, this is a service-based game. Like the guys that are showing up have obviously ventured through a number of things within themselves, and they're wanting to share and give that back. And I just saw so many guys running their pieces, and I'm just like, whoa, like you can't be here and not be passionate about the work. Like it just doesn't work. So yeah, that was a really defining moment for me. And to see 20 facilitators or crew all together there to serve because they'd received something from men's work.
What's the deeper truth underneath this issue? Meaning, what are you making it mean about you, or how are you responsible for this issue? Because in relationship, you kind of want it to be your responsibility, because then you can actually do something about it.
Was there a workshop or activity that deeply resonated with you? What made it impactful?
I'll go. Wanaga's one. Yeah, just how he was able to bring such a range of dance and movement that these men had probably never seen before, and the ability to take a man out of his head and into his body was hectic to watch. And I remember seeing just this circle just turning and these dudes like dancing and moving. And I was like, this is sick.
Gently tapping in the chest. And just by gently tapping in the chest, you're bringing and drawing the blood to the surface of the skin. You're bringing your attention to your heart. The longest journey any of us can ever take is from the head to the heart. To the fire.
And yeah, I think that's just such a cool thing, be able to get a man out of his head into his body.
Without him even knowing.
That's
and
right.
having fun.
That's right.
Yeah,
and then
full
after
expression.
everyone's like, what did we just do?
Did I just pout? Did I just frame my face and pout?
And like walk as if I'm in high heels.
Yeah.
Like, and then break dance. Yeah, it was sick.
I wasn't there. I think I'm going to say that about a lot of them. But the one that I threw a Hail Mary in for this year, which was one of my childhood heroes, Murray Harton, who's a Aussie bush poet. And, you know, the guy's like, do we really need him in? Like, no, we've never heard of him. I was like, no, we need, I'm willing to take the fall on this one if it crumbles and it's no good. But Murray is as a bush poet, and I grew up listening to his poetry and have always had an affinity for his work. And I was like, no, I feel he needs to bring his essence to the space. And it was a big hit for a lot of men, which I'm so grateful for, because I was so nervous that it might not be right for men's work. But ironically, it was exactly the brushstroke that we needed at that time for men to really almost remember that there is a culture that we have here that is something we can be proud of. He rang me after the event and he said, that is the best event I've had the honor of coming and offering my workshop for. And he's been doing this for 20, 30 years. And he's done all of the different events around Australia. And this, for him, he said, this was the best event I've ever done.
Wow.
So to get that feedback from him and to also get the feedback from the man like that makes me so happy to know that landed, because I was very nervous that it wasn't going to be as exciting for everyone else as it was for me.
That was my favourite moment of the workshop. That was, I could say, honestly, the first time I've been proud of white Australian culture. It's so earthy and yet it's so refined and so distinguished and so rough. I don't know, like it's a paradox all rolled into one. And I was like, that is cool. It was the first time I was like, man, that's incredible. Why wasn't I taught that at school? That would give me something to be really proud about. That was my favourite event.
Yeah, it had that mix of humour and humility, vulnerability, and the Aussie story and storytelling and stuff, where we're all taking other cultures in because, you know, we're resonating with them. But it was really nice to say this is Australian in particular. Yeah, I love that. I also like the breathwork, the heartfelt relief men get from it.
I don't know if I've ever seen a breathwork event, one with that many people, and then on top of that, one with that many really adept breathwork facilitators. That's what, because when I looked out, I came back from the creek, I was like, man, there's no gaps. Like, there's no space where there's not someone who knows how to steward someone in that space there. It was really cool.
Yeah.
how delicate. One final round of activation.
How did TGOM 2024 create a sense of brotherhood among attendees?
It's one of the pillars, camaraderie. And the whole essence, you guys were speaking to what went down, but for me, the essence of camaraderie is that there's something that bonds us together, that is deeper than the color of our skin, the status of our career, how much money we have in the bank, or whether we go for this footy team or that footy team. There's something deeper. And the thing that creates camaraderie is that we strip all the labels back until there's just man. And then we go and we be men. And there's the ways in which we men that feel good across the board. And when we do those things together, like be in nature, it just naturally creates a space for connection. And that brotherhood is not built on a label. It's not built on an idea. It's not built on you have to like this and this and this for you to be in my brotherhood. It's a real stripping back of all of that to the core essence of like, we're all men. And when we come together and remember that we are men, that connection is founded upon like the foundational truth.
Your way here, because the work that we're going to be doing over the next couple of days is really close to my heart and really close to, no doubt, your heart as well. And there's a deep reason why you're here. And maybe you don't exactly know what that reason is yet, but we're going to be uncovering that in the next couple of days. Who's feeling a little bit on edge, a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious? I am. If I am, you are probably too. Whose first time in a space like this?
I mean, in doing this work, I feel like we would all agree that the one thing people want is to feel like themselves. They just want to, you want to be Keeks, I want to be Ryan, Scott, Jake, and the most Ryan of all Ryan's time. And if I boiled that down to one word, it's we all share that word underneath, is being a man. And what TGOM, it only takes one man to be brave enough to drop his guard and just be himself, and the ripple's immense. And I just watch it go through the space when one brother has the bravery to just soften his edge and I'm going to be me. And people call it vulnerability. It's not vulnerability when you're being you, but it is vulnerable to go there along the way. And I feel like that's the ripple that takes place. And I don't think it's the workshops. I think it's men coming together with earnest intention.
Each and every one of you are here for you. You're here for your women and your children, your community. You're here for your fucking tribe. Whoa. Raise. Raise.
Workshops just catalyze it. They speed it up. They weave it faster.
And the pods, I think, help. The pods.
Yeah, the structure.
Give that opportunity for them in a smaller group first to feel that and share. And then that expands in the workshops and the other big events that we do.
Yeah, like drip feeding. Yeah, like small exposure.
Yeah.
It is safe to be me.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Yeah. Plus, we always would go back to the pod after everyone and have a catch up. So that was good.
I like what you said there around, it's just TGOM kind of speed it up. Because if you were to take 10, 20 men and chuck them on an island and you'd watch them over a week or two, you would see the same things play out. Provided they've got food. Yeah, that's right. They would essentially get to the same place because they are almost forced to be themselves and work in that environment and work together.
You'd want to hope Yosuke is one of the 20 men.
Yeah. How is vulnerability encouraged during the event, and what role does it play in men's work?
It's a funny one because there's different opinions, different strong opinions on vulnerability. Some people say fuck vulnerability. Some people say it's not for men, it's not manly. I think the argument about vulnerability is somewhat redundant and unnecessary. It just misses the point. If vulnerability is the tool that allows a man to feel good in himself and to connect with another brother and feel safe to help him feel good, then it doesn't matter if we call it vulnerability or not. So for the people who don't resonate with vulnerability, think of another word. but the vulnerability in how we encourage it is we encourage people to be themselves. That's what I believe. This is an invitation for you to show up as you are without an expectation on how you need to be, and let's find out what's in there. Like, I believe that at the heart of every man is a good man and a joyful man. So I trust that the process, when we're encouraging vulnerability, when we're encouraging someone to stand in their essence, that's what happens.
Brene Brown says vulnerability is just courage in action.
Nice.
And like what you said, we're returning to our essence. And if there's a few things in the road of us returning there, the vulnerability is the courage to face off with those things, to face off with the shame, the guilt, the overwhelm, the embarrassment, the anxiety, the insecurity, uncertainty, all of these things. The vulnerability is actually like facing off with them and not knowing what's going to happen. And, you know, TGOM is really structured on the delayering of those things that are stopping you from being the youest you.
I just clicked now, but I would say vulnerability is the willingness to greet the unknown. And the way we structure TGOM is that men are constantly meeting the unknown, and they're doing it in tribe. They're doing it in the brotherhood. So there's momentum of everyone. But I would say that's listening to us talk. That's what we're doing, is we help men meet the unknown and get good at that.
Know I love you. Oh, my brother, wherever you are, I'm thinking of you. Oh, my brother, wherever you are, you bring me laughter. Oh, my brother, wherever you are, forever after. Forever after. Forever after. Oh, my brother, wherever you are, you know I love you. Oh, my brother, wherever you are.
One of my first men's work experiences was in preschool when we used to sing We're Going on a Bear Hunt. You can't go under it, you can't go over it, you've got to go through it. I've been doing men's work since I was 3. but I used to be terrified of that song. I used to actually have to sit out because I was terrified of bears. My imagination would go crazy. But upon reflection, I'm like, yeah, this is like, we structure TGOM so you can't go under it, you can't go over it, you've got to go through it. And you know what? Going through it with other men is what makes it accessible for a lot of others. If I was to do this on my own, I don't think I could. But because I'm with my men, my bros, the guys that I trust, because there's other guys here that are nervous, there's other guys here that aren't sure if they want to be vulnerable. Happy days, man. We'll do it together.
It's like going onto a footy field.
Yeah.
It's time.
Playing like a grand final.
Yeah. It's grand final.
Fuck, I don't know what's going to happen out there, but I've got you back. Let's do it.
Yeah.
If you look at all of the different rites of passage, you know, what happens when you get married? You have your groomsmen. So you've got your bros with you. They stand up there with you and they hold you as your woman walks towards you. These things, you know, when you have a child, the men come around and they become the keepers, the godparents, the godfathers for this, you know, child. There's a way that we weave brotherhood into these things unknowingly, because without them, we probably wouldn't have the courage to do the things that we do.
Yeah.
What stereotypes about masculinity were addressed or broken down at TGOM 2024?
Definitely like the piece around being open and willing to express and show emotion. That was a big highlight, and has been a highlight every year that we've done TGOM. And I think it really starts with the leadership team expressing and showing what's on their heart, and then guys going, oh, Man, okay, cool. I can step into a space like that. So yeah, simply put, that's what I think.
This is maybe we can refine this together, but violence. When we do the ritual combat and we open that space for men to explore their physicality, there's a natural element of violence to that. And I think it is so stifled, and my personal experience of growing up, like violence or physical expression was like only channeled through violence, where men who have been afraid of their strength inside of themselves can bring that to a ring and be met by another man and be witnessed by brothers. Men who have felt too small or like they can't stand up against the world have a chance to bring out their inner power. Like that one container opens up such a can of worms on stereotypes. It's crazy. And I love it. I absolutely love it, because after that container, I've always noticed the quota of hugs increases. The level of like bros hanging out on each other physically increases. Everything is like way cooler.
Oh, my brother, wherever you are, thinking of you. Oh, my brother, wherever you are, you bring me laughter. Oh, my brother, wherever you are, forever after.
I know for so many men that who've experienced violence growing up, that is a way to reset the tone of, their nervous system around violence. So violence can be a thing that spins them out, and then they go through that and they have that communal experience of ritual combat, where they have choice, they have sovereignty, they have encouragement, they have a testing ground, and afterwards their nervous system can handle a whole heap more around violence without spinning out.
My dad says he gets his annual quota of hugs. He's like, yeah, man, everyone touches you. Everyone touches me. And, it's ironic because now, over the last 3 years, he's been helping out with them. And the beauty of it is, we now hug without any second guessing. So it's just slowly peeling those layers back of like physical touch is not gay. It's also not violent if a man reaches out for you. So we're really taking this, making it one thing or the other, and actually giving men range with physicality, and actually teaching them how to exist and have awareness of each other and lean into these fun, playful, and edgy kind of things.
How do you see the lessons from TGOM 2024 translating into your everyday life?
It just has that ripple effect, I think, though. Certainly initially when everyone leaves after 4 days, because they've gone through a lot, and there's a level of excitement and love, and just wanted to go out. You said it earlier at the start about how you go out and then you want to share all that with your family and people around you and and your network. And I think that's the ripple effect. And then I don't know, you can't really gauge the impact bigger than that, because there's so much to that has a domino effect as well, going home and changing your outlook with your partner, or how you interact with your kids or whatever. That those moments that you have after that are long lasting as well in a sense, and have a domino effect and build up other pieces that may 5 years down the track, some of those men that have been impacted by that moment when the men of 2024 have gone out and shared, and then they're at that, they're at the next one, or that they're or some other men's event, and that just keeps on going. So that's just you can't quantify it. It's just amazing.
That's the best bit about it. We don't know just how far this ripples out, and that's what makes it so special.
One of my favourite moments was we received a few, we receive a lot, but the testimonial from one of the wives of the men who said, my husband finally came home after 10 years. The man who walked in the door that day was the one she married.
Wow.
And that's like, I get chills.
Yeah, goosebumps.
That kind of paints it all for me.
How can it not, if you come and spend 4 days remembering who you really are and you've got 200 other men celebrating who you really are, how can you not go home and be who you are and deliver your truest gifts to your woman, to your partner, to your children, to your community, to the people that you work with? It's one of those things is when we come and fill our cups and really let our cups fill till they overflow at these events, we go home and we can pour into the things that we care about and we can give from a place of overflow, not from a place of neediness or from a place of scarcity. And I feel that TGOM is the beautiful blend of challenging men and celebrating men and connecting men with their roots. And in that, they're able to really stand in who they are. And we have a beautiful process which is called claiming your manhood. And you step into the center and you claim your place here on earth as a man and what you're stepping into. And you have 200 other men like hooting and hollering and cheering you on and just like, yes, let's go, bro.
Full exhale out. 2 more, please. Full breath into the nose. Give it some sound. Last one, pausing at the top. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Give it some sound. Beautiful. Bring your attention present, please. We have 150 men here, and this weekend has been absolutely beautiful. What we're inviting you to do is to take everything that you've learned from this weekend and bring it forth. Step into your king energy when you stand into the middle of this circle. What we're looking for is efficiency. You come in, you stake your space on the ground, you take up space, and you deliver straight from the heart. It'll look a little something like this. One will deliver, then the next person will come through. Frankie.
I'm claiming my power, and I'm committed to loving every part of myself.
I'm claiming my marriage because I deserve love too.
That's an amplification of you. Those men cheering you on is an amplification of who you are as a human. So it's math. Like it's basic math.
It's bro science.
Bro science. But if you've got 200 men cheering you on as the best, as the truest version of you, what do you think your partner's going to get? How do you think you're going to move through life as the truest version of you? Simple.
Simple science.
Simple science. Simple bro
science.
I'll add a little extra on to the end of that.
Please.
I think, one of the biggest lessons that translate for men into the everyday life is their capacity to just deal with life, deal with things that happen. The capacity for responsibility. I feel like there's a lot of responsibility that's placed on men to do things, to work, to provide. And they come away from TGOM realizing that they can do it, and they can handle it in a way that feels authentic to them, and they can serve their communities the way that they desire. And I feel like they come away from TGOM with their head held high and their shoulders back, and they're like, you know what, I can fucking do this. Why is initiation into manhood so significant, and how is it explored at TGOM?
I think it's so significant because it's the main ingredient that's missing in most men's lives. Back before we got rid of it, whenever that was, I don't think it was a hugely significant part of culture. It was just a part of culture. It was a moment that was significant, but there wasn't like something that was hushed or hidden or men had to rush off into the bush to do. It was something that was normal in society, normal in the tribe, normal in the culture. Why it's so significant now is because we've got all of these horrible things happening in society where literally the greatest cause of death for most men is themselves. They kill themselves because they're looking for a way to initiate themselves. They don't have the tools. And we're literally dying at our own hands. So for me, initiation, why it's significant is because I believe it's the antidote. I believe it's the medicine for what we call mental health problems in men. And I think when we reinstate healthy initiatory sequences in an appropriate container, we provide men the death that they're looking for, the death and the rebirth, the death of the boy, the birth of the man.
My old grandfathers, old uncles, we used to use, for the warriors, the young boys, from 12 years 12, they would get taught about life in the Bundjalung Nation, and it was a learning curve. Just like today, we live in the space age world. We had law and order, and we had the lawmen, and the lawmen were called the Wiyan, the magic men that touched the highest peaks of all the land, connection of Bujurum, of all energies, connecting from life to the stars and to the galaxies of Bujurum. The energy all around us, and the energy down to Earth.
So many beautiful sequences that we don't actually get initiated into. We just get thrust upon us. Here, you're a man now. Now you've got this, and this to do. But I haven't been shown how to create the capacity for that responsibility. So for me, initiation is, I believe, the medicine that is going to actually heal some of the deepest wounds that men carry, which is the one where men choose to take their life. And it's one of the leading killers in men. I think it's men aged 25 to 40, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So this just makes perfect sense. How do events like TGOM 2024 contribute to redefining strength and resilience in men? Keegan.
Typically, I think that strength and resilience is always seen as this ultra masculine, fit, push through really hard, endure things. And really what I think TGOM does is it shines a light on that strength and resilience don't have to be put in that specific category. You don't have to go through that to necessarily build capacity and strength and resilience. I think, like all the participation events that guys are in at TGOM, it's an initiation process into different strength and resilience parts of themselves. And we did the ritual combat, which is typically what you might see as a strength and resilience practice, but like men struggle to speak their voice in front of 200 men, and that could be a practice in strength and resilience.
I was really struggling to sort of feel like I was, pulling my weight. And then my group, our pod, we started breathing in sync, and I was just able to close my eyes and focus on that and realize that I didn't have to do more work than what I felt I should be doing, but I just had to be there and play my part.
Yeah. Hey brothers, for me it was a real lesson in leadership. So I'm a father, and I've had a business with up to 10, 12 people in it over the last few years, and have been in a leadership position. And it was really humbling today that I just didn't step up, and I was led by others. Physically, I was less capable than most in the team. I had to dip out of the push-up exercise because my back was caving in. But there's still a place for leadership in terms of emotional support and pulling energetically together. And I didn't do a really good job of that, and it was really humbling to see other people in the team step up and really fill that space.
We work for depth, and we also work for width. Or laterality. I don't know if it's a word, but I like it. And so what I mean by is that like strength, it gets locked into an idea of physicality. We're so body obsessed that we think it's just physical, but like, what is the strength it takes to say, oh guys, I can't do that. I need to tend to my injured body. I can't actually do that. What is the strength to say, come and ask, hey man, I'm really cold at night. Can I have a blanket? Like, what is the strength that it takes to meet someone and or when someone triggers me, the strength to go up and say, wow, that one really triggered me. Can we talk about it? You know, there's strength. Just what we're doing at TGOM is we're opening up what it means to be resilient. Because resilient doesn't mean to like brace against. It means to be dynamic and versatile and responsive to way more domains of life in my category.
And if you could share one key takeaway from TGOM 2024 with someone who couldn't attend, what would it be? I guess depends on who you are, what's going on in your life, what age you're at, you know, what stage you're at. I feel like, especially for older men, and I talk to them about it, I was saying this, it's an opportunity for you to have some joy, man. And they go, joy? What are you talking about? You know? You go, yeah, exactly. Think about that.
Yeah, joy. I'm married, mate. That's not. Yeah, you need to come to TGOM. Yeah, I think it's a realization that we have this beautiful masculine culture that we're building, and it feels so nice to be a part of it. Like I just can't not go, because every time I go, I feel a part of something bigger than me, and it feels nourishing to me. Like when I leave, like you were saying before, I feel like my cup is full and overflowing.
What makes TGOM so special? For me, it's the people that come. It's the attendees, including the team and crew.
That's not one word.
I said attendees. And then I explained.
I'll say the land.
It's a circle.
The mission for me. Everyone comes there for their own mission, but then they realize that they're a part of everyone else's mission. Why does TGOM exist?
It's crazy because I told Ryan about this vision when we were in a part of a men's group a year or two before it. You know, he sent me the little thing that I filled out in the spreadsheet. I wanted to bring 150 men together on the land. I think I do it to belong. I think because I never felt included and I got left out a lot in my wounding actually became my greatest gift. I think I got wounded as a kid where I was bullied and left out of a lot of things and always felt like I was an outsider. And then I kind of wore that as a badge of honor, as I'm different, no one understands me, don't get too close. And then when I started to explore men's work, I was like, oh, I belong here. Oh, I'm going to create my whole life around this thing. And little did I know that I was like turning my wound into, we have a whole thing about the wound becomes the womb, and from your womb you birth your gift, you birth your wisdom. And for me, the thing that I'm really good at is bringing people together. I'm that annoying little brother that wants to touch everything and bring you and talk to you and bring you into it. I'm that guy that wants to include everyone. And that's really what TGOM is. It's a place a place of belonging for all men that's deeply rooted in rites of passage and creating healthy masculine culture. And it exists because my mate committed suicide at 18, because I got bullied when I was 10, because I felt left out when everyone else played footy and I played soccer. It's built so we don't have these rules or these conditions on what it means to be a part of the brotherhood. This is a remembering of something deeper than any of the labels, any of the experiences, any of the traumas, any of the things that have happened to us. And it's a remembering of what's deeper than all of that, which is that we are all men and we all share a common responsibility as men. Yo.
All right.
Rose, let's do some your final words. You know, the modern men's work movement, you know, we're all a part of it. We're all passionate about it. TGOM is the coming together of that. What's some final words that you have for anyone listening about why you do this? Like, why are you here and why do you believe in this vision?
I feel like there's no better feeling than hanging out with the bros on the land, having some fun, going deep with conversations. And when I leave those spaces, I always feel better than when I arrived.
Yeah, I think for me, it's very special when in my journey of life, when there's something that I don't have any doubt about.
It's awesome to feel and see what goes on in those events.
I'm the same as Ryan. Why not? Why not do this, hey? Like, it feels really good.
A high tide reflected on the ceiling. There will be dying. There will be dying. But there's no need to go into that. The poems flow from the hand unbidden, and the hidden source is the watchful heart. The sun rises in spite of everything, and the far cities are beautiful and bright. I lie here in a riot of sunlight, watching the clouds fly and the day break. Everything is going to be all right.